The Acceltra is Gauss's primary weapon, signature primary weapon, and it uses a barrage of rapid fire plasma rockets. It does sadly require 4 neurodes and 200 hexanon to build, but they're not that hard to get. But it is a mastery rank 8 weapon. It does sadly come with a dash polarity. AV would have been better, but hey, at least it comes with a polarity. Sometimes weapons can come with none. Now, unlike the Icarius, these things aren't built for status, they're built for crit. And the blast radius is also lower. I was about to say slower, yes. It's lower. It's a 3 meter explosion radius instead of 5. And unlike the Icarius, these rockets travel for 7 meters in midair before they arm. So again, another rocket launcher that doesn't self-harm. Apart from the fact that this thing is an automatic rocket launcher that will empty its magazine like crazy. But, just like the Icarius, this thing has a very low ammo capacity, meaning that ammo drum, and we have all joked about primed ammo drum, well, I say we, everybody's joked about it, and I keep saying ammo drum is a 30% ammo capacity, the primed should be 55. This is the kind of weapon I keep referring to when I keep saying primed ammo drum may be a joke to a lot of people, but would be ridiculously useful. For this gun, it would be ridiculously useful, because 96 rounds as its max ammo capacity that has a magazine of 48? Yeah. You can reload this thing twice before it's basically out of ammo. Well, I think 3 times because you start with a full mag and the 96 left over. It is really bad because the Icarius is good, this is good. This is actually really good. I thoroughly love this weapon, which I like automatic weapons, I love shotguns a little bit more, but this thing was just straight up destroyed by the fact it only holds 96 rounds. Yes, they deal a lot of damage. Yes, it has quite a nice fire rate of 12. The reload speed kind of makes up for this because it has a slower reload speed of 2.0, but yeah, the Icarius is 3.4, so this reloads faster. It doesn't really do as much damage as the Icarius, but it really has the accuracy that just isn't there. I was quite amazed shooting this thing because you don't hurt yourself when you hit the floor. It's the ammo capacity that really ruined these things. Well, this thing. And like the Icarius as well, but that was 20. That's just unacceptable. If this had that low of amount, it would have just been unusable. So as you could probably imagine, when it does come to the build I have on this, ammo drum was a no-brainer. That 96 rounds just isn't enough, especially for this, because it does have a pretty high fire rate with a pretty... It's an okay magazine, would prefer much bigger. Serration, split chamber, kind of no-brainers. Same with Vital, Sense, Point Strike, because this is more crit-based than status. For the elemental side, because it really did kind of need one, I was taking on the Corpus, so I have Magnetic in here at the moment using the dual stat elemental mods. If you do want to run the bigger ones, the full-blown 90% mods, you will lose status chance, but you will need to format at least 2 dashes into here, meaning that, well, I guess you could get away with fitting ammo drum into it if you take it off and put something else on there. Otherwise, it just depends what you run. And Vigilant Armaments, because it added to the multi-shot and adds 5% chance to enhance crit hits from primary weapons. This is a primary weapon, so that was much better than using heavy caliber, because heavy caliber may work kind of, but the accuracy on it was actually pretty bad, that if I throw this in here it takes it to 13.9, which is a bit more than half of it. So that's not right. How can that go? Well, I shouldn't really bring that up, but minus 55, that's less than half. That's more like 48, 49%, but never mind. It does add damage to it, quite a bit actually, but the lack of accuracy is nuts. So I just found leaving it off and building this more around the multi-shot side of it worked a little bit better. I mean, you could in theory take out ammo drum, put another V on there, and this will fit straight on there. But I just personally kind of found the loss of accuracy just wasn't really worth it, because it is an explosive weapon. The same goes for running Argon Scope. Yes, Argon Scope increases crit chance. What is it? On headshot, it has 135% crit chance added for while aiming for 9 seconds if you land the headshot. If you have heavy caliber in here, don't run Argon Scope because it messes with the accuracy and that wouldn't work. You can run that instead of, which one is it? Vital Sense, which is for crit chance. Nope, that's crit damage. Point Strike is for crit chance. Argon Scope is for crit chance as well. But if you don't land that headshot, you are going to have a 32% crit chance instead of an 80% crit chance, which is what it has with Point Strike. Ignoring the extra 5% you will also gain from Vigilant Armaments that's also in there. But how you build it will completely depend upon yourself and how you use it. I was using it for range and I thoroughly loved this thing. I actually think by the time this video goes out, I would probably have put another V on this and another dash to kind of future-proof it while I'm trying to do some other things, because leveling a weapon now, while it's still new, is better than just leaving it there and then when you want to do something with it, having to rebuild it all over again. So this thing will probably end up with, let's be honest, probably just the 3 former, probably all 3 Vs. The reason for the dash would be in case I wanted to run a full-blown elemental combo in the future, but it worked really well as it was. Not as good as the Icarius. That thing has an insane amount of damage, or those things have an insane amount of damage. This doesn't have the same amount of damage, but works just as well. It reloads quicker. This was definitely the better of the two when it comes to the usability of it, because it has a quicker reload, it has a bigger magazine, the automatic fire mode side of it was really good. Yeah, okay, I think 4 new roads might have been a bit overkill, especially since new roads are used more for building Warframe helmets, but it made a bit more sense after using this thing and finding out that it has nice accuracy, nice fire rate, it's really good on crit. I just wish that there was a better way to have more crit on it, but losing that accuracy from heavy caliber really wasn't worth putting that in here. It just really wasn't. But it worked out to be a really good primary weapon. The lack of self-damage really did make this thing good. If it had self-damage, it would be completely rubbish. But it doesn't, so it isn't. It's actually pretty good. But we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.